National Football League. And we've...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Right to the air is Jackson. Flushed out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. His throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down. And here Charles has a look at the impact of some of the guys who are out today due to injury.
And this is where the preseason game comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And here come the Saints about to begin their first possession, and the man in charge of this offense is 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there out of Kamara. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 14 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From the red zone now, Winston. And that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with 1. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you.
And this throw will be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wonder just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far. That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 70 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Saints at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The longtime vet, Jamie Collins, the man to bring him down. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and they make it a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you get the ball, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Dancing to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now. That's taken in by Duvernay. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a pickup of 6.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Jackson going to run again. really sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. 10-7 our score after one right here.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson.
And that is incomplete.
Hasn't been a man in the first half with the defense trying to cover him today. But they take that one right there. Force that incompletion.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Throwing is Jackson.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson, touchdown! Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first. Coming left is Kamara.
He's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's as all he gets, he'll just sit there and think, all right, two already. I get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of the yard. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, the Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The Saints coming out now to take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group. They want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A first down throw for Winston. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. But the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Back to it after the pick-6. Winston. He completes it to Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Trying the left side with Kamara. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
151 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jameis to throw it.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They'll get 34 yards there.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
And Jameis intercepted a third time.
And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime to get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
From the 39, Winston.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And they're going to get this up to midfield. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
The Saints are an extra point away from drawing level.
Let's get on the extra point. And that ties at 24. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Olave over the middle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The busy night continues for Kamara. He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
202 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front.
Lutz with the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead. The drive that time of 6 plays. And it's punched off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They go play action now. Jackson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back now here live in New Orleans. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll run with Dobbins.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
With the ball mere inches from the right line on 3rd and goal.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Odafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of his end zone, Winston. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup on the 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Winston.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
Now Winston. That is pulled in by Michael Thomas. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 50 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jarvis Landry. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So that lines up a 7-play drive all total.
And it's Jarvis Landry who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. They have to get a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To throw, Winston.
Slant pass complete to Olave. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They give to Ingram up the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Ingram again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So with that, you figure, this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
It's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schroeder.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. Good effort by them to secure another interception in this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
That this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Jackson.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Winston. And that will be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And this is good. He was running out of gas there at the end, and he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Open man is Duvernay.
One last shot for Jackson.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And as this defense walks off the